If you're over 40, you need to be doing jiu-jitsu. At the end of this video, I will have laid out my thesis, and I hope to convince you to turn this off and go sign up and get into an academy. We need you boys. The gray beards, we need you on the mats. The number one reason why you should be doing jiu-jitsu over 40 is jiu-jitsu is what I call a linchpin habit. A linchpin holds everything together, and jiu-jitsu is that habit for me. It makes discipline and it makes everything else in my life just a little bit easier. If I know I'm going to train, I'm not going to drink the night before. I know I'm going to do my cardio. I know I'm going to eat a little bit better, maybe even eat perfectly. But I'm going to do things that make that training session in jiu-jitsu as optimal as possible. So jiu-jitsu is kind of like this sun around which everything else orbits. I want to do well on the mats. I want to bring the best energy that I have when I'm teaching. I want to bring the best energy I have when I'm training. And so as such, everything around that habit needs to be locked in. That's number one. Number two, you're going to get fit. When we get older, we get a little softer around the middle. Am I right? I've been fluffy, but jiu-jitsu will help get you fit. You're going to burn those calories. There's a combination of strength and endurance that goes into jiu-jitsu that's pretty unmatched. The difference between jiu-jitsu and just going to the gym is all the other stuff around it. First off, jiu-jitsu is just way more fun than hitting the treadmill and then lifting some weights. There's no comparison. It's not even close. The fun factor of jiu-jitsu is going to make you want to go. It's going to make you want to get on those mats and do that exercise, because not only are you having fun, but you're also moving yourself towards a goal that you can see in the future. You have this improvement built in. And that brings me to number three. Jiu-jitsu is a pursuit that you get better at, but never reach the end. There's not a point in jiu-jitsu where you say, I have arrived, I never have to train again. I've got it, I know it all. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen to anyone, even the best competitors in the world. Jiu-jitsu is this unending, unraveling onion. You constantly peel away at this onion, but you never quite reach the middle. There's always a new layer. There's always something new to learn. There's something new on which to improve. We have very few things like that in our lives. When you come to jiu-jitsu as an older person, over 40, over 30, you're probably pretty competent in things in your life. You've mastered maybe some things, your career, etc. You're probably pretty good. So you don't have a chance to be a beginner, and to keep that refreshment of mind and to keep that driving towards something positive, we need to be beginners more often. And jiu-jitsu allows you to be a beginner all the time, even as a seasoned black belt. I know some black belts that have gone to seminars with high-level competitors and have just been blown away by the things that they've learned. And they're already excellent at jiu-jitsu. And then they get on the mats with somebody who's a world champion for a seminar, and they go, I have so much more to learn and improve. And that is what is so exciting about jiu-jitsu. Yes, we get progressively better, but we never quite reach the point where we say, I'm done, I never have to train again. The next reason you should be doing jiu-jitsu in your 40s has to do with the social aspect. You've probably heard of the male loneliness epidemic. After the age of 35, creating new friendships and maintaining deep friendships becomes increasingly more difficult. It's just the nature of the beast that as we age and all of these other concerns come in, like taking care of our families and taking care of our careers and making sure we're providing, we don't quite put the same level of attention on friendships that we once did, and it's usually one of the first things to fall away as we get older. Jiu-jitsu comes with a built-in community. It is unmatched, man. You get on the mats and you get plugged in your academy, and now you've got friends. Now you've got people that check in on you when you're not there. Now you've got people that want to hang out outside of the mats and you get to know people. It's a built-in friend group, and there are very few places like this for men especially to make new friends and to nurture friendships over time. So many of my friends outside of, the ones that I kind of grew up with, they're from the mats, man. My friendships have come from being on the mats with people. We have this thing that we're always going to share, which is jiu-jitsu, but then we're all kind of in that same phase of life, over 40 or over 35 in that area. And we have a lot of other things in common because of that. So it's just a great way to meet people that are in kind of the same boat as you. And finally, the last reason I believe you absolutely should be doing jiu-jitsu over 40 is your mind. There are very few activities that we have that allow us to be fully present. Now, I would not say that jiu-jitsu is meditation, but it is meditative. You have to be present. I have 3 kids. I have a wife. I have a demanding and stressful career outside of jiu-jitsu. But when I'm on the mats, either teaching or training, all of those things go away. When I'm at work, sometimes I'm worried about what's going on with the kids. I'm worried about the next set of activities I got to get them to, with the carpool situation, what's going on at school, all of that kind of stuff. And then when I'm home, sometimes I'm worried about that project that's nagging me at work, that thing that I'm having trouble getting over. I try not to do that. We all probably do, but we're also human. The great part about jiu-jitsu is that by necessity, it puts you in the present moment. You have to be present. You're there with your partner. You're training hard. You don't want to get caught. You're trying to catch them. You're able to enter into a flow state that's really hard to replicate outside of the walls of your academy. Friends, these are my reasons. I hope this has been convincing. If you're over 40, like I said, we need more of the gray beards out on the mats with us. I can't go to the academy and just train with these 20-year-old killers, man. We need friends of our own age to get on the academy floors, and I really think your life will be different